Hi everyone, welcome to the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past walkthrough. Now that we've completed the Eastern Palace, let's actually go talk to Sahasrara. We didn't meet him in the last chapter, although we were kind of supposed to. So just head straight left of the palace into his little house. I don't know why he lives in the middle of a sea of enemies, but here you go. Go ahead and talk to him, and once you tell him you've got the Pendant of Courage, he will give you the Pegasus Boots. So if you hold A, you'll be able to sprint, which is really nice. You'll find yourself using this quite a bit. And also the walls that look like the ones straight above here you can dash into. You do not need bombs for them, so you can go ahead and open the chest for some bombs and some extra bling bling. So go ahead and grab that. Remember, we'll be needing 500 rupees eventually. Pretty much after this chapter, so keep that in mind. And now we're going to leave the eastern fields here, and we want to head back to Kakariko Village to pick up something now with our newfound Pegasus Boots. Yeah, you might have thought I was going to say bow, but there's actually not many secrets you can get in this game just by using the bow. But the Pegasus Boots, there's a few. And this is actually a required thing. It's not a heart piece or an extra item or anything. You need it in order to complete the game. So just head straight left and down, keep dashing all the way until you get to the southern part of Kakariko Village. You may have noticed a jump there. That's because I took a wrong turn when I was going there, and I wanted to cut this video together because this is the optimal way to go. But it's not a huge deal. So head up here, this is the library, and you'll see a book on top of one of the shelves. If you dash into the shelf, the book will fall down. Go ahead and grab it. It is the Book of Medora. It will let you read ancient Hialeah. Hylian, rather. And so now we want to dash back to Link's house. And we want to head south from Link's house to get to the southern field. The southern Hyrule field, I guess, or the southern field, I guess you can call it. Yeah, the geography of this game is much different than most other games with Hyrule, but that is not a topic for us to discuss today. So keep dashing till you get to Link's house, and then head south. From there, you're going to want to dash down and to the right, and this will bring us into the area of Lake Hialeah, but we aren't actually going to go in the lake because we can't swim. If you try to jump in the water, you will just drown. Not really, I don't think you even lose any life, but watch out for the crabs and the green things that look like choo-choos. They're actually called buzz blobs, and the buzz blobs will electrocute you if you try to hit them with your sword, so don't do that. Use your boomerang first. Then head all the way over to the right, then up, and then to the left you'll notice there's a bombable wall. Go ahead and bomb it and head up. So this is required to beat the game, however it's not required for a long time, so if you don't get this now it's not a huge deal, just make sure you get it eventually. This is the Ice Rod. So it is required to defeat a particular enemy in the late game. So keep that in mind, and now we are going to head well, to the dungeon. There's a couple of things we can pick up on the way though. So first of all, dash back to the the southern field, watching out for the Octoroks, Buzzblobs, and crows and crabs on the way there, many enemies. In this field, watch out for archers that hide in the bushes. And you'll notice there's this temple-looking structure in the middle of what looks like a small lake. Or pond. So first of all, we could use a few more bombs. So push the blocks in the manner I just did, and grab the bombs. Then you can head out and back in for the blocks to reset. Push the middle block up and either the right or left block to the side, and now head up. There's an anti-fairy in here. You can just dodge him. And then pull the lever on the right side for the water to flow out. If you don't do this now, we'll actually have to do this later. So keep that in mind. But it's nice to get this piece of heart right now, which is piece of heart number 5. Also, there's some fish around here. Something that I just learned is that you can bring this fish to the merchant to get a bunch of cool stuff like magic and rupees. So if you can bring the fish all the way to the merchant in Kakariko Village, good for you. It's not really pertinent for our quest. So now you want to head left into the desert, and there is a cave on the right side of the desert. So just keep going up along the wall, and in here there is a bombable wall, so go ahead and bomb the wall and head down. There's a guy who looks like Sahasrara, although he doesn't proclaim that he is Sahasrara, so I'm not sure that he actually is, because Sahasrara always says it is I, Sahasrara, and that guy does not. Anyways, once you bomb the wall, you can head down and open the treasure chest for piece of heart number 6. Then you can head straight down to the cave and head to the left side of the desert. Now we're ready to start the dungeon, so head up and use the Book of Medora that we got. This is why it was required. Use it on the tablet to be able to read. Make your wish to be able to go into the dungeon, and then head straight up. Now we are in level 2, the Desert Palace. So there will be a lot of enemies here that come from the sand, like these levers. And there are also a lot of Beamos, which are really annoying. It's like the one that just shot at me. If they see you, they'll shoot at you, so just keep moving. There are these spiders that come up from the sand. Watch out for them. This one here, you can't really do anything. But anyways, once you enter the dungeon, you want to head up and left into this room with the Beamos. Dash into the torch that has the key, and then head down. Then you want to dash all the way to the right side. If you head into any of these doors, you can grab the map if you really want it. The door straight up in this room leads to nothing, so just head down and open the key door on the far right side of the dungeon. Here there are some jellies. Kill them all to open the door. That treasure chest contains the compass. So head up, and in here there are some cannonballs. You can't actually dash up, so be mindful of that. I think you can run just straight up though, without dashing. And then open the chest for the big key, and then head back down. So now we want to head all the way to the left side of the dungeon again. So from this door, head up, and then dash all the way to the left side. So again, we need the big key to open the big chest, which is what we're after now for the dungeon item. So head through the right door here. Go to the pot on the, I guess, northwest portion of the room. Open it, hit the switch, and open the chest for the power glove. It's so bad. Well, it'll allow you to pick up the stones that you've been seeing that you have not been able to pick up for a while. So once you head down here, go ahead and push the button, head back to the right, and head down. You can head all the way down and head to the left. Once in this room, there'll be a Beamos and some light escaping from the door down. Just head straight down. So now we're outside the dungeon. We have to get to the next part of the dungeon, but first head straight down and grab the piece of heart for piece of heart number 7, and then go ahead and pick up the rocks and head straight up. So this is the second part of the dungeon. You want to head to the blocks on the right side of the room. and push the middle one over to the left, and then head up. In here there are a bunch of floor tiles, but you can skip them just by heading straight to the left, grabbing the key, and heading up. This is just a hallway, so just head down from here. In here, kill the jellies to continue. Watch over the B-motes. If you hide behind the statues, he won't see you. Here, you don't have to light torches or anything. Just pick up the third from the left pot and head up, and then head to the top left or top right pot in that room with the floor tiles, and you can grab the key and head up. There's a red Igor here, and now you will have to light these lanterns, so light them all and the door will move over for the dungeon boss. So there are a number of things you can use. I prefer using my sword on the boss, but you can use both the ice rod and your arrows. This boss is Landmolas. There will be 3 Landmolas actually, and basically you just want to hit them in the head. They remind me very much of Twin Mold from Majora's Mask, although it really should be said that Twin Mold reminds me very much of these guys, because obviously this came first. So I prefer to use a spin attack. When they come up, they send rocks in the northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast directions. So watch out for that. Once you've got down to one of them, it will send up rocks in all 8 directions, which is kind of annoying. So if you want to attack them from the distance, and you're good enough with the ranged weapons in this game, you can always use, like I said, the bow and the ice rod. But I much prefer the sword on these guys, and especially the spin attack because it does double damage. Although it may have been faster just swinging my sword at them anyways. So the last one will retain any damage you've done to it, although it's impossible to know which one it is. And like I said, this one actually took me a little bit longer to defeat, and it will throw rocks in 8 directions, so I cut the battle a little bit. I used my bow for one of the hits on him. I don't know how much damage it does, but I think your sword and bow do about the same. Anyways, grab the Pendant of Wisdom, and then that is it for this chapter. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time where we take on the 3rd dungeon of the game. See you then.